In the heart of the 18th century, in the lush lands of South Africa, lived a young woman named Sarah Baartman. Born into the Khoikhoi tribe, Sarah's life began in a world of wonder and connection with nature. But her journey would take her through unimaginable trials and ultimately pave the way for change. As a child, Sarah grew up in a tight-knit community, surrounded by family and friends. Her bright eyes and infectious laughter painted her as a beacon of joy amidst the challenges faced by her people. However, as European colonial forces encroached upon their lands, her world shifted drastically. Sarah's village was pillaged and her family torn apart by the brutality of the European invaders. She found herself captured and enslaved, a fate that seemed to extinguish the very essence of her being. Transported across oceans, Sarah ended up in London, where she became a living exhibit, put on display like a curiosity for the wealthy and curious elite. Her distinctive physical features, such as her ample buttocks and elongated labia, were exploited for sensationalism, objectifying her as a symbol of racial inferiority in the eyes of the colonialists. Sarah Baartman was subjected to humiliation and degradation, her identity reduced to a dehumanizing stereotype. But beneath the weight of oppression, Sarah's spirit remained unbroken. She connected with a group of abolitionists and activists who saw the injustice she endured. Their efforts, combined with growing public awareness, eventually led to legal battles against her exploitation. With their support, Sarah fought for her freedom and dignity, setting a precedent for resistance against the oppressive norms of the time. As her case gained momentum, Sarah's story reached the ears of individuals who were outraged by her treatment. Activists, writers, and intellectuals championed her cause, calling for an end to the degrading exhibitions. The power of collective outrage began to shift the narrative, and slowly, Sarah's ordeal transformed from a sideshow spectacle into a rallying point against the systemic racism and colonialism that had plagued her life. Ultimately, Sarah Baartman found herself at the center of a pivotal moment in history. Her struggle laid the foundation for discussions on human rights, equality, and representation. In 1815, after years of battling against her captors and the oppressive society that surrounded her, Sarah was finally granted freedom. However, her battle was far from over.